I know the thought of butchering your own chickens freaks you out. I know it did for me too, but on today's video, I'm gonna show you exactly how you can butcher chickens, how we do it, and how you can too. You can follow step by step through exactly what we do, and I'll show you what it's like, and you can decide for yourself if you wanna do that or just leave it to us. So the first step in butchering chickens and dispatching the chickens is you've got to calm them down and then pick them up, and you're going to put one in one of these kill cones. So we actually have 6 kill cones here. I got the large size. I'm going to see how that goes today. It almost looks like they're a little bit big. Maybe I should have gone with the medium, but we'll see how it goes and I'll let you know. From Lowe's, I just got a sawhorse kit, and I made a sawhorse, a couple 2x4s, and then I've got a 2x6 here. And so right now I'm just setting all these up, and they're spaced on the other side where we can put some buckets down below and just catch all the blood. I've seen people use 5-gallon buckets. I don't think that works really well. We're gonna use big black bins, and you do it on the grass. So what I did was I made it a little bit higher than I thought I would need it, but if you need to cut the bottoms off in the future, then we can just lower this down a little bit. So I'd rather it be a little bit higher than lower, and this is our setup as we get started today. Okay, so we'll put it in. They'll dispatch, they'll bring it over, and then, so what'll happen is the 2 people that are doing that, depending on how we're going with like getting backed up, one of those people will do the scalding. So we'll have the gloves on, and just basically when one's ready, they can take it here, they can scald it, and they can take it over and drop it in the chicken plucker when it's ready. And then one person will be running the chicken plucker. So we got that's probably 4 people to start. And then so we'll take it, you'll drop it in the ice. And so our goal will be to get as many into the ice as we can. So most of us will probably be getting them on ice first and working here. And then once we get enough, like two of these full, and it's been about 20 or 30 minutes, then what we'll do is we'll move over to the butchering stations, because I want them to soak for about 20 or 30 minutes in the ice before we get them going on the, like cutting the necks off and starting to process them. Everybody should be wearing goggles throughout. We just I don't want you to get chicken blood in your eye or something like that. And then I have aprons for everyone. We have rubber gloves down there. And so if you're doing this, the way that I do it is I'm left-handed. So I put one of these protective gloves on, and then I put a plastic glove on top of it on my right hand. So in case I nick myself. So if you're left-handed or right-handed, I would do that with your left hand. So we have plenty of those, and I would just keep that glove on like that the whole day. Yeah. And so when you guys are here, we talked about, I showed you the video, we're chopping off the feet. So you're getting feet. We'll drop feet into one of these bins. So we'll make one of these bins feet and necks, and we'll make one of them livers on each side in the beginning. And then what we'll do is we'll rotate once all that's done, we got them all processed in the buckets here. Then we'll probably switch over, if we are gonna be breaking them down to breasts and legs and thighs and stuff, then we'll switch it from livers and feet to that. Well, we were all ready to get started, and sure enough, I missed a step. So what happens with these scalders is you gotta get the temperature up to about 145 to 150 degrees. And if you just pour water in there like we did, cold water, and plug it in, even it's been probably 3 hours, it's an electric heater, it just doesn't get up to temperature fast enough. So the best way to do it is to have a big turkey fryer and get your water to a boil, get it really hot, and then pour it in there and then turn it on. This thing's really designed to just keep water at a certain temperature, not necessarily to like heat it up from 40 degrees to 150 degrees. So we screwed up. Now we got to run to Lowe's, get a turkey fryer, and boil some water so we can keep going. All right, we got the turkey fryer, and we are going to start it up right now. I don't have time to put in all the screws. Don't do this at home. This is one of those don't do this at home YouTube videos, okay? But I've got it sat down here. I got like a basic flamethrower going on. I'm going to turn the gas on, and we're going to light it, and we're going to get this water as hot as we can, as quickly as we can. All right, so I try to keep the chicken really calm before it goes in, and just make sure that it's not flopping around and going crazy and getting a lot of adrenaline up. And then we'll walk it to the kill cone, and then what I want to do is I'll kind of talk you through that, but we want to take the breast out, and I'll put it in slowly and grab the feet and the head. All right, so it'll be breast facing forward and then feet in. So I'm just gonna grab the feet like this, And then the head's gonna come down through. And so what I wanna do is grab the neck, kind of right behind the jawbone right there. Get your knife. The way you wanna hold your knife is thumb on the back. See how she's nice and calm. And I wanna drop the feathers down. And I'm gonna find the vein in the neck right here. It's right there, if you can see it right there. And I'm gonna slice that. But you can see I've got the feathers down and I'm holding it down so it doesn't dull my knife and I can get a good cut. So right there, I'm gonna slice all the way across here, like this. And you can see all this bright red blood coming out. This is exactly what you wanna see. And you wanna hold it now. They're gonna start flopping around during this time. It's just like the saying, chicken with their head cut off, they'll run around a little bit, and it's just all nerves inside the chicken that continue to go. And you're gonna wanna hold it here for probably 2 or 3 minutes until they stop moving, and then you can move on to the next one. Okay, so now after we have dispatched the chicken, what we wanna do is I'll pick it up by its feet, and it's gonna go in the scalder. I got the scalder at 150 degrees first to check, but it's gonna be somewhere between 145 and 150. And I'm gonna keep it in there for about 20 to 25 seconds. I'm gonna see how it goes. And then what I wanna see is I wanna be able to pull a feather out and it comes out very easily, one of the larger feathers. That's when I know it's done. If you keep it in there too long, the skin is gonna come off when you put it in the chicken plucker. If it's not in there long enough, the feathers and everything aren't gonna come off in the chicken plucker. So there's a kind of happy medium, and we'll figure that out as we go with this new scalder that we have. Okay, so this one's been in there for about 5 minutes now. And so what I'll do is I'll just kind of get some of these chickens going. We'll put them in the plucker and then we'll do 3 or 4 of them at the same time. So we've got this up to temperature. I'm basically just gonna dunk it in. So this feather right here on the wing is what I'm trying to make sure comes out. That looked good. I have a little bit too much force. I'm gonna just do 2 or 3 more seconds. And that's it. So you can see now, I've got it. The feathers of the wing are coming out. All these feathers are just coming right out. So the way this chicken plucker is set up is you put the chickens in, it's got little rubber fingers, and it spins around like a drum of a washing machine, and all of the feathers in the water spit out down here at the bottom. It has a setup that you can put a hose directly to it and it drips water. It's got holes in it, but I really like to just use a hose to spray the water all around the chicken to make sure I got the chicken nice and wet. So we're gonna do one. This one will do between 6 and 8 chickens, I believe, at the same time. So we'll do one the first time, and then we'll try 3 of them, and then we'll see if we can do multiple in here at one time. Oh, we gotta turn the generator on. Can you go to gas and then pull it. We might have to choke it. Here, let me do that. Go ahead. Now I'll turn it to gas. Here, let's use my foot. Yeah, there we go. Oh, it's on. I don't know if that generator has enough power. It should be going fast all the time. You see it's like slowing down. It's not a, oh yeah. No, don't go there. Don't go there. It's gonna turn it off. There we go. That's what it should be. Okay, so you can see there, oh man, the chicken wing broke off. But all the feathers are off the chicken. Now we put in an ice bath, and I like to let it sit in the ice bath for about 20 or 30 minutes before we start taking the head and the feet and everything else off. So. I bought a large chicken plucker, and I tried that first one, just one. I thought it would be better, but it broke the chicken wing and was spinning around really fast. So I'm gonna try 5 right now in there and see if that makes a difference and actually helps the process. Right there, you can see it was kind of hard to pull out one of the big feathers, so it just needs about 5 more seconds. All right, I got 5 in here this time, so let's see how this works. I'm gonna turn on the hose, get 5 going, and see how this one goes. The challenge that I'm having right now is I got this large chicken plucker that we bought. It's a 30 amp breaker and circuit. So instead of a 115, it's 220. So I got to run it off the generator, and the generator's not giving it enough power that I need. So I'm having some problems. I might actually have to buy a medium chicken plucker. This is way too big. I didn't read the fine print, and I should have bought a medium. We don't need to do 8 chickens at a time. It's way too big and needs too much power. I can't plug it into my regular outlet. All right, so after we get all the feathers off, it's been in here for over 30 minutes. I want at least 20 minutes in here, but 20 to 30 minutes in there. And now what we're gonna do is we'll take off the feet and the neck, and we'll take off the innards and get it ready for full-on butchering. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take off the feet. And the feet there's a knuckle here in between the foot that you can kind of feel. It's kind of like a chicken wing, but you can just slice the feet right off. Right like that. You can see that's what it looks like when you get it from the grocery store, right there. The next thing I'm gonna do is right here, this kind of, the crop right here, I wanna get this, there's 2 areas here, these 2 tubes basically, you can see 1 and 2. I wanna disconnect these so that when I pull from the other side, it all comes out at the same time. So I'm just kind of putting my finger down here to make sure it's detached from the neck. And then you got the vent right here, which is where they go to the bathroom basically. And what I want to do is I'm going to open this up right here, just above the vent. You can see I'm going to get everything from the inside out of the chicken. There's a lot of different things in here. You got the lungs, you have the livers. I can see the livers. You've got the intestines, you've got the heart. And so what I want to do is I want to get my hand in here and disconnect everything from the cavity. As I pull, everything should come out. And this is there you go. See, all this line came out right here. This is the crop. When they eat, it comes down their neck into their crop. The food comes down into the stomach. So now I'm gonna find the liver and the heart. So here's the chicken livers right here. This is the gallbladder. I want to pinch this so it doesn't explode as I get the livers. So there, the gallbladder's off. Liver and heart right there. So I'm just going to disconnect these 2. Put the heart there. All the rest of this can get thrown away. This is the stomach, the intestines, the gallbladder, things like that. So I got a trash can right behind me where I can throw that away. And then the next step is to just make sure that everything's cleaned out on the inside. So I'm just running my hand down through there and cleaning everything out. Now I'm gonna take off the neck. All right, I'm gonna use my shears here and just cut off the neck and head, and that's gonna go in with the feet. Perfect for soups and stews and things like that. So the last piece here is there's a little oil gland right here on the top. So I'm gonna cut down on that. It's gonna be a little yellow oil gland. You see that? So that little yellow piece there, I'm just shaving that down and cutting that off. Now you've got a chicken just like you see at the grocery store. So I'm gonna rinse it off in the sink, and then I'm gonna throw it in this bucket full of ice water. If there's anything else that you see inside the carcass here, that's when you can pull it out and just clean it up so it's presentable. If this was just for me and my family, I wouldn't care. But if I'm serving this or selling it, I want it to look really nice on the inside. There you have it. That's it. I'm gonna let it soak here in the ice and I'm gonna go do the other 99. All right, there it is, from start to finish of butchering and cleaning your chicken, all the way from it walking around your farm to being in your freezer. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if I can do it, you can do it. Last year we did 40, this year we're doing 800, maybe 1,000, I don't know. We might need more. So it really is a great learning experience. It's incredible to have people that are here experiencing this with us, and you can do it too on your farm. So I hope this helped you. I hope it showed you exactly how you need to do it, the ways to do it in a humane manner, and also the ways to be incredibly efficient and how to set up your system. If you guys enjoyed this, I'm gonna have lots more videos here on the channel, and if you're ever in Spring Hill, Tennessee, come visit me at Hidden Gem Farm and we'll talk, we'll show you what we're doing, and who knows what the future's gonna bring for us.